Hey everybody, welcome back. These people are earning themselves a spot in the Petty Hall of Fame. Get ready with me.
To be petty.
You might think I'm overreacting. I am giving my boyfriend the silent treatment right now. I need to make a shirt that says what I cannot say. Literally, I'm going to be putting everything that needs to be said on the t-shirt. Letters are going to be made out of felt. First step is cutting out the letters. Draw the letter. And then after that, hear me out, stay with me, you're gonna cut it out. Look, I didn't even draw this one. I just freehanded it because I'm talented and perfect and amazing in every single way. I have all the letters cut out and I put this hoop on here for stabilization, but you don't need to do that.
To hand stitch it is much easier. Okay. This is what it is to hand sew with a cat, so watch out for that.
Okay, I just got to his house. He hasn't seen me in a while. Here's the finished shirt. He should get the message. And if he doesn't, I think it's time to call it quits. I'm not kidding. Like, this is the last try. Okay, oh my god, he's coming. He's coming. He's coming.
Hey, babe. What's up? I missed you. Oh, really? Oh, we're still on that, huh? You're still upset? Mm-hmm. And you want me to apologize?
Yes.
Okay. All right, fine. I'll apologize. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for recording you farting in your sleep and setting it as your custom ringtone.
Okay, no.
Girl, I thought it was gonna be something so much worse than that. That's like standard boyfriend practice, isn't it? You had to spell it out for him. But I think he got the message. I think he got the message. One should hope you would get the message. It is kind of a cute shirt. Like, it might just be like a graphic tee. He might be like,
Maybe I shouldn't read into it.
no, we're gonna read into it. Okay, we're reading into it. Honestly, I'm gonna take a page out of your handbook. That's funny. You're funny.
So there's this lady on Facebook and somebody called the cops on her because she had her couch outside for one day. And so she has 13 days to remove her couch and she's in this Photoshop group. So she decides she's going to be really petty because whoever called the cops, she's going to show them. So every day she is uploading a picture. So here is her couch, just sitting in front of her lawn. And now she adds a table with some accessories.
Wow, that's pretty good.
And then she decides to sit outside with a book. And then her husband comes. And he looks back. I can't handle it. And her husband, he's so used to this. I love this lady.
The bonnet.
So every day she is uploading what's happening until, here's Karen. And here's Mickey Mouse.
I'm sorry, is that like a police callable offense, leaving a couch out front? I don't know if this is a thing where you guys are from, but people like fully leave like furniture that is free that you can go pick up. Granted, one time I picked up like this really nice chair. It was like this like antique chair, velvet, very, very nice. And me and my friends went and picked it up in like a pickup truck, brought it home. And after a little while, we started to realize that this chair stanky. It's a stanky chair. Started to smell like just dead, rotting chair. And after a few days, this smell just took over the entire apartment. So my roommate had the bright idea to cut open this chair. It had like a big bottom to it. It's kind of hard to describe what it looked like, but it had like a big, like bottom. And he cuts open the chair and he takes off, the little seat. And inside, he revealed like 100 dead mice that were just hanging out with us in our apartment. The point of that, what is the point of that, Charlotte? What point were you trying to make with that? I don't know. I don't know what point I was trying to make. Only the point that that people in Canada leave out like free things for people. Like it's a normal thing to do. There's this tree that's called the free tree and people just like put stuff underneath it and you go and pick it up if you like it. But beware, might be full of dead mice. Oh, we got a part 2.
Okay, continued. Here's her with Mickey Mouse, just hanging out outside, just having a blast with Mickey Mouse. Having the time of my life. Here she is. She says, "Good night, friend. Good night, moon." She says, "Good morning, Queen Elizabeth. I'm Queen Petty. Glad you could make it."
This couch very well could be like lawn furniture. What is the big deal, huh? This couch ain't bothering nobody. Well, I mean, now it might be bothering some people. You know, I thought I was the queen of petty, but I'm willing to share that title for you, ma'am. Someone called the emergency services over a sofa on someone else's property. I know America is screwed right now, but for real. Imagine your main problem in life being a couch on someone else's property. I honestly wish that was the biggest problem in my life right now. Can we collectively decide as a society to stop calling the police on people who are just minding their own business? Sorry, I didn't think that you needed a reminder, but who knows? Maybe there are some people out there who do. New year, new me. Let's try and take a step forward. Police were called because of leaves. That's gonna cost you. This is recent and very petty, but great. My friend keeps a very clean yard. In the fall, he likes to get all the leaves before it rains. They become a to pull up. His neighbor doesn't care about his yard as he's owned the house for a few years and still has not moved in. He lives a few states away. As my friend was finishing up sucking up the leaves with his machine, some of them blew into the neighbor's driveway. Maybe 20 leaves total. My friend finished up and went inside. Let me guess. They were pissed off about the 20 leaves that got like could have been blown by the wind. Imagine being mad at the wind, bro. Well, no, you did do that, but who cares? It'll probably get blown away by the wind too. About 20 minutes later, there was a knock on the door and a squad car outside. The officer said they received a complaint about leaves being blown into the driveway. The neighbor had been watching on his doorbell cam. Okay, but can confirm I do that too. I just want to see what's going on. I just want to see what's happening. But I doubt that I would, okay, for the record, I only look when there's an alert, okay? I don't get alerts when there's leaves being blown. I don't think it would pick up a leaf. It'll pick up a person, but not a leaf. Do we all just like collectively watch what's going on our doorbell cams? Just me? My dad does it too. We're just, you know, checking it out. What's the house up to? Oh, got a package. So the neighbor had been watching on his doorbell cam and decided this transgression warranted a police intervention. You could tell the officer was visibly annoyed as my friend asked the officer to look at his yard and then look at his neighbors. The pettiness. The neighbor had an old car shipped and dropped into the driveway about 8 months ago where it has sat ever since. Remember, he still lives a few states away. While my friend told the officer he would clean the leaves promptly, he asked if the officer could do him a favor. Check the car for proper tags. When you call somebody out, when you get someone into trouble, you better have a clean Snape. Severus Snape. If you call the police on somebody, you better have a clean. If you call the police on somebody, you better have a clean slate. There better not be a single tick on your record. Because if you be out here doing things that you're not supposed to be doing, and you have the audacity to disturb the peace, ain't that always the truth though? If you point a finger, you get 3 more pointing back at you without fail every time. So just think about that. I learned that the hard way. Sorry, Charlotte.
Shut up.
Okay, listen, transformative commentary. I'm transforming the content.
I wish Charlotte would just shut up and watch the videos.
Well, I can't do that. I can't do that because if I did that, this would not be transformative. All right, so moving on, enough of that. The officer saw the car in question and gave a slight smile. While my friend cleaned the leaves right out of the driveway, the officers were walking around the car, looking at the VIN and running information. You could hear the neighbor on his doorbell asking what the problem was. Oh, I like to do that too, you know, just press the microphone. What are you doing? There is a law. Any car in the driveway must have tags and insurance on them. Oh. The police gave him a call and told him his car was in violation and he either needed to put the car in the garage, which would need to be lifted and dropped into the garage, or get the registration, insurance, and an e-check on the car that can't be driven taken care of within 2 weeks, or they would be back to tow the car and ticket him. Dude cost himself a 10-hour car ride to get his car lifted and stuffed in the garage, all over a few dead leaves. That's what I'm saying. Don't be throwing stones when you be living in a glass house, honey. Think of Jesus. Was it Jesus that said that? Let he who hath not sinned throw the first stone. Yes, you threw some stones and you're a dirty, filthy sinner.
Blasphemous.
What is the pettiest thing you've done after the end of a relationship?
Okay, this was not me, it was my friend. She was cheated on, obviously. And the woman that cheated with her boyfriend and her boyfriend, or ex-boyfriend, were now getting married. So what did she do? She waited for a week before the wedding because some of her friends were going to this wedding. They had mutual friends. That's how they met. And found out details about the wedding. And she called the caterer pretending to be the bride and canceled all of the catering.
Wait.
She then called the DJ pretending to be the bride and canceled the DJ.
Wait.
So came their wedding day and they did not have catering or a DJ. It's really bad.
Okay, wait. How are we able to do this without like signing something? How's that? That can't be that easy, can it? That can't be that easy. Apparently it is that easy though. Oh my, I don't know what I'm going to do with this information. Like, honestly, good for her, but I'm just more surprised that you were able to even do that and they would willingly just cancel it without proof of who you are. That is diabolical and very bad business, I might say. How is that possible? I think that's too low, personally. Shut up! Quiet! This is not about being the bigger person. We don't know that bigger person. Who is she? Never met her.
Back in the 1950s, my grandma did something that will live rent-free in my mind for the rest of eternity. One night she had made soup for dinner and my grandpa came home and he was complaining because he said that after working all day, he didn't want soup and he didn't like it and he wasn't happy about it and he wanted steak and that's what a man wants after he's been working all day. So she said, like, to his surprise, like, she didn't even react. She was just like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. Yes, so she went out the next day and bought enough steak to last them for an entire week and that's what they were going to eat all week. And my grandpa came home and steak was cozy up to the fridge. There's just, it's steak everywhere. And he thinks, like, wow, like, if this is the best you've got. Like, this is your level of petty. And my grandma's just standing there like, well, you said you wanted steak. You may think that that's the end of the story, but it's not. Because that is amateur, and my grandma was unhinged. So his steak dinner is ready, the table is set, he sits down, and he's like, well, it looks like we're missing something. And she's like, what? And he's like, there are no forks. I'll go get them. And she was like, the what? As he's getting up to go over to the drawer, he opens the door and he says, the forks. And so the forks were gone.
Oh, no.
And my grandma just pretended like she had slipped into another universe and forks never existed. She was like, what are you even talking about? The forks? But he knew what she was doing, so he didn't say anything. He was like, I'm not going to say anything. I'll play this game. But he sits down and he proceeds to eat his steak with a spoon. Thinking she'll get what she wants and she'll put the forks back tomorrow. For the next week, until my grandpa said that he was sorry to my grandmother, he ate his steak dinners off of a soup spoon. And you may say, well, why didn't he just go buy new forks? Because there was a cutlery stalemate, obviously. He wanted her to put the forks back, and she wanted him to apologize. Finally, he did, and she put the forks back. And then she made soup.
That is honestly pretty up there. That's pretty up there. Because not only did the grandma make it so the husband had to eat with a spoon, she also had to eat with a spoon until he apologized. Oh dear Lord. Oh my. Oh God, look at the comments. My grandpa was moving out to go live with his mistress and my grandma packed his bags for him and cut one pant leg off for every pair of pants he owned. Okay, I see what rabbit hole we're going down and I'm here for it. Let's go. I used to clean while he was at work until he said I didn't clean or do anything all day. Now I only clean if he's home. I'd be vacuuming during football. Oh my, oh me, oh my.
I didn't clean or do anything all day.
Oh really? Like, must be nice to have that luxury. Granddad said that men should get served first. Granddad got his food last until the day she died. Don't be biting the hand that feeds you, literally. Like, she is the one that puts the food in front of you. She ain't going back down. My grandma accidentally burned the biscuits. He made a comment about it. She has not made biscuits in over 60 years. Stay petty. Stay petty, queens. Always stay petty. Oh, you don't like my biscuits? Okay, no biscuits for you. My dad hates pork chops. So growing up, we always knew my parents were fighting when there were pork chops for dinner. Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. And obviously, I want to hear what you guys had to say. Did your grandparents have anything petty ammo that they used? Like, let's keep this party going. I want to hear all about it. You know what? This came up on my For You page yesterday and I did not watch it. And I feel like that is a sign. This is the moment that I close my phone and I'm like, I'm going to bed. Let me see if it's still up. Wait.
Lady comes into the host station. She's like, hey.
Okay, different video, same creator. All right.
All right, so you guys always ask me if I've ever lost it on a guest. So here is a story about a time that I was professionally petty. This guy comes in, he has 3 other guys with him. They sit down, they place their order. This particular guy orders spaghetti bolognese. The server drops it at the table. He then tells her he doesn't like it. It's missing something, asks her for a side of mayo. So I go over to the table. I apologize for him not enjoying the dish. I try to figure out why he doesn't like it. Did we overcook the pasta? Is there something wrong with the sauce? He just says it's missing something. And he again asks for a side of mayo. I tell him we don't have any fresh mayo in house, but we do have a spicy aioli that has mayo in it. And we also have ranch dressing. Would he like either of those? He says, yeah, give me the spicy aioli. I need to spice this up. We laugh a little bit. I go get a ramekin, bring him out the spicy aioli. He does his thing. He mixes it up. About a few minutes later, he tells the server, hey, this just isn't working for me. Can you send out another order of the spaghetti bolognese? I'll put sugar in it this time. Maybe that's what it's missing.
You want sugar in spaghetti bolognese? Like, you're purposefully messing up that spaghetti. What kind of psychopath puts sugar in his spaghetti bolognese? Like, I'm offended. As an Italian, I am offended. Half Italian, but still, that is enough for me to be offended. Okay, wait, do you mean you're gonna put it in the sauce, or you're gonna like sprinkle it on top like Parmesan cheese? Cattivo!
So she rings it in. I take the first one off, and I personally bring out the new spaghetti bolognese. I take it to him. Here's the fresh dish. Your sugar is right here. Let me know if you need anything else. The server goes back to the table. She checks on him. Everything is fine. She goes to drop the bill, and he gets upset with her because he tells her that I didn't take the spaghetti off. She comes to me. She says, Kels, he's mad because you didn't take spaghetti off. So I go to the POS. I said, I thought I did it. I did do it. I show her that it is comp. She says, no, he wants the second one off. So I'm like, well, why would he want the second one off? I print out the receipt. I go to the table and I say, hey, sir, just letting you know that I did take off the first spaghetti since you really weren't enjoying that one. He says, no, you need to take off the second one too. So I said, oh, I wasn't aware that you sent that one back as well. And he says, no, I didn't send it back. I ate it, but I didn't like the first dish and I had to get a whole nother dish. So why should I have to pay for it? Well, sir, you ordered food that you then ate and consumed, so I can't just take it off simply because you didn't like the first dish. Like, we did everything that we could to remedy that. You got a second dish, you have to pay for it. There's a little bit of back and forth. He finally like, all right, man, F it. He pulls out a wad of money. He pulls out a $100 bill. He takes the $100 bill, folds it up, and puts it in his Coke.
The sheer audacity of this man. That would never even cross my mind to be that disrespectful, but he was fully doing all of that from the beginning to get a free meal out of it. He probably tried it somewhere else and, you know, he got a free meal.
I'm so sorry, sir. Just so you know, all of your food is comped.
Let's stop doing that collectively as a society as well, especially for someone who orders sugar in his spaghetti bolognese. Insulting to my culture.
And says, there you go. And I want my change.
So disrespectful.
When I get mad, my ears get hot and I start blinking real quick because I'm processing everything, right? So I look, now I'm full on attitude. I'm like, that's fine. Money dries. Give me a moment. I'll be right back with your change. I head to the register and I am pissed. And then something clicks. Like, oh, he still wants his change? Well, then change is exactly what he's going to get. I went into the office, opened the safe, got me $5 worth of dimes, got the rest of his change from the bar, updated the receipt, and walked over to that table like Oliver Twist, receipt and change in hand, and put it on the table. Here's your change. I looked at him, I grabbed the glass of Coke, and told him to enjoy the rest of your day. All I heard was, what the F word? And after that, I was so mad at myself because I allowed him to see that he bothered me. But honestly, he's lucky that I didn't take my sock off and fill it with a bunch of nickels and go over to the table swinging.
You did him a favor, honestly. Not me thinking he was gonna put change in the Coke, because that's what I would have done. And maybe if you waited long enough, it would have, you know, dissolved in that Coke too. I wanted to so bad, but we would have had to clean up the mess he would have made. I decided to work smarter, not harder in that moment. I think you made the right choice. The fact that you were able to think of that in that short period of time, impressive. Forgive yourself, girl, you better than me. I would have brought his change back and a glass of Coke. I mean, he did it to you. That also would have been good, like, I have to say. You should have been extra petty and given him his meal for free, and he would have had to take that money out of the cup on his own. Too much. Too much. Stay petty, friends. Subscribe.